wide-eyed and curious. She pushes up the glasses on her nose, trying to see the world. She turns her head. Beaded braids clink at the nape of her neck, trying to see the world. Her vision sharpens. And she sees a world that does not reflect her. Hurt, pained, often misunderstood, her pink bag is heavy at her back, filled with the words that they once spoke. Troublemaker, defiant, disruptor, disorder. She looks on, sticking out like a sore thumb, the girl with the ashy face, hyperactive and wild, with tantrums and often tears in her eyes. They said that she talked too much, looked at her with fear and disdain, her true voice unheard, suspended between silence and expression, finding protection in what could strengthen her, like the music that flowed from her lips and the colors that flowed from her fingertips. She went unseen. Between her struggle for survival and her will to grow, the world tried to mold her, tried to hold her still. Tossed and shaken to her core, her resilience frayed at the edges, realizing that creation could arise from the very chasm of her being, from the hurt and the impulse. She picked her moments with an element of surprise, forming confidence within herself. Light bubbles in her chest, daring to come forth, birthing something new, something fresh, something possible, something palatable, something stable, something that required follow-through. And with that, she would do anything she wanted to, anything she put her mind to. I am that girl. You may know me as a poet and creative, or you may not know me at all, but let me tell you a story that's never been told before, about the girl who harnessed creativity, turning impulsivity into possibility. Born in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, raised in a Nigerian household. Raised on jollof rice, pounded yam, Nigerian movies, and Yoruba music. I always felt like I needed to know who I was, because I believe that if you don't know who you are, the world will always try to tell you who you are instead. Growing up and going to school, I struggled to belong, and oftentimes I had trouble making friends. This is a common experience for Black and racialized girls, but on top of that, I had ADHD. I've always felt like the wind, fast-moving, creative, unpredictable, but my mind would often race, and I'd often forget instructions. It was hard being impulsive, and I'd often get in trouble. I felt like I was being constantly told to shrink, to quiet down, to behave. And I didn't see my ADHD as a superpower. But in grade 4, I was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And it made me realize that I wasn't an alien. I wasn't a horrible person. I just had ADHD. The article, The Creativity of ADHD by the Scientific American, states that indeed, ADHD may have negative impacts on academic achievement, employment performance, or social relationships. But it also brings with it the unforeseen advantage, the ability to think more creatively. So because of this, I started to do more creative things. At 10 years old, I attended the Mount St. Vincent Girls Conference here in Halifax with the practice poem Black Girl Fly by Fumla Fagbamila. This poem had been recommended to me by my mom. So I headed to the conference and I requested to share this poem with the congregation of girls, and with the permission of my now mentor, Elle Jones. I stepped onto the stage, stammering heart, lights blinking, knees trembling. Imagine a little Black girl, maybe 9, maybe 10. She solemnly swears to herself she will win. She will write her thoughts. She will read them loud. She will speak her mind. She'll be Black and proud. She's gonna light up the world with a futuristic vision about what our world would look like if we fought for abolition of the systems that are founded on a mass superstition that demand that our minds and our bodies be imprisoned. Yes, she's gonna do all that, but in order to do that, she needs to dodge the things that hold her back, like assumptions made about who she is, what she should do, and how she should live. That day, I didn't just perform. I validated the little girl inside of me, the girl with the ashy face, hyperactive and wild, with tantrums and often tears in her eyes, but with hope and creativity in her heart. From that moment, I realized that my impulsivity and my ADHD wasn't just something to manage. It was something to embrace. It was something that other people benefited from. I had creativity and I had dreams. I also had those who supported me, like my family, my mom, always there to guide me and keep me grounded when my head floated too high into the clouds. And my father, always there to offer guidance and advice. And my brother, the best sidekick in any endeavor. And also those who mentored me, who encouraged me to shine my light where it truly mattered. I'm truly never alone on this journey. There are other trailblazers with ADHD that have turned their ADHD into powerful impact. Simone Biles, for example. She was diagnosed with ADHD, and she uses it as a strength to take powerful action. She pushes boundaries, and as a result, she breaks records with fearless creativity and impulse-fueled innovation. Impulsivity is not just an ADHD thing. It's a human thing. Our early ancestors relied on it to make quick decisions for survival. Yet, for those of us who grew up with ADHD, we're often told to behave, to sit still. But not all aspects of ADHD are negative, and not all impulsivity is bad. Impulsivity can be a powerful tool when it is used positively. What if instead of silencing our impulses, we learn to listen to them? When we channel impulsivity through intention, it becomes innovation. An idea scribbled in a notebook can become a powerful piece of writing. The draft or the unplanned yes to a new opportunity can become the first step in a life-changing journey. Impulsivity is not recklessness. It is the breath before the breakthrough. Creativity thrives in these moments too. It lives within the doing, the leaping, the boldness of daring to begin something new. It's found in the scribbled drafts and the messy brushstrokes. I've come to realize that impulsivity, when held with care, becomes bravery. And creativity, when trusted, becomes liberation. We all have the opportunity to harness our impulsivity and turn it into possibility. In the right hands and with mindful guidance, impulsivity is power. Here are my tips. Embrace the impulse. Your impulses will move you. Bubbling up in your chest, you will try to pop the bubbles as they float up. But you will let them. Let them burst from your chest. Let them enter the world. Oh, look, bubbles. Crystal clear, reflecting rainbow hues. Let your dreams run before you and chase them avidly. Like wind after dandelion seeds, let them shine long enough to light your path. Embrace the impulse. 2, name the impulse. Give it a name, giving life, giving breath. It's curiosity, it's courage. Wild ideas, when allowed to fester, become dreams fulfilled. Living in the places we most ignore. For me, it was poetry and creativity. So please, do not stifle your wonder. Study it. Let it introduce itself. Sit with it before you decide whether or not to entertain it or court it. 3, follow through. Allow your vision to fester. Let it flow like ink from a pen. Harness it and use it for good. Let it push you past the inhibitions, the self-doubt, and the silent no's. Let it push you into the opening arms of confidence. The yes, the rise of self-assured belief, because even the clearest bubble needs air beneath it to rise, momentum to float forward. So be the gust of wind to push it forward and follow through. I am the girl who harnessed creativity, turning impulsivity into possibility, and so can you.